That's everybody. So, and we're out here, you know what I'm saying, when we meet, whenever, and we're laboring, we're trying to get people to see these things. Because these days, it's gonna come whether I'm aware or not, whether I'm serving the Lord or not, it's coming. And people say, well, you can wish otherwise, you can wish all you want to.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna come whether if I'm ready or not. You know, people sometimes just get this, you know, get into the rationalization where they just figure, well, maybe God, yeah, God understands. That's why He put it in there.
Yep. Yep.
See? All right. So then, what He say in 36?
Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man.
So what is He saying? Stand.
Accept,
Stand before the Son of Man. Yeah.
be accepted.
That you won't be destroyed because look what He says in Matthew. Let's get 24. Notice He gave a parable about the good man of the house. So he says, yeah, here it is. Matthew 24, what you talking about? The signs of the end. 42, 43. Notice what he says right.
Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour the Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
See? So the good, in this case, the good man in the house, whoever's being watched. Right? So he's saying if he had known what watch the thief would come, he would have watched. So he's telling us. So in this case, we are like the good man in the house. The thief be like when the Lord comes. All right, but if we're not ready, our houses are going to be broken up. And we're going to be destroyed. So that's the same thing saying in Luke. Pray that we may stand before the Son of Man, meaning that you're not going to be destroyed with the rest of these people out here. See, your house, talking about your body. See, people think, they're thinking you're on 123 a.m. He ain't talking about that one. You live on Lane Street in Raleigh. You looking over there now. You talking about your body, your house.
That's your house.
It's not going to be broken up. I'll tell you. So he said, verse 44, therefore be you also ready, for in such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man coming. So the way things are going to shape, it's going to look like, man, everything looks like everything's good to go. And that's the very time.
At the very time. Yes.
See, I would say, if we be on the guard all the time, we ain't got to worry about it. Because it's going to appear like everything is straight, peace or whatever you want to call it. But that's the very time that you think he ain't coming. So, but that's what I say. I got to clear some things, get freed up in some areas because, this one thing I learned about this is not going to work itself out. It's not going to just throw it down and it turns into something. It happen that way. So we don't work it, it ain't gonna be work. And that's what I say. Sometimes I've heard some people say, "Man, it's gonna work itself out." No, it's not. I was thinking about when they made that calf back there in Aaron's day, and so he told when Moses came back down from the mountain. So all the people had provoked Aaron and said, "Oh, make us a calf." Mm-hmm. So these are the gods that brought us. You know how we get to thinking. The reason why I've got where I've got because I got my education. That's how they say it. The reason why I've got where because I done put in hard work. They ain't acknowledging God. They said the reason why I've got where I've gotten this, and this. These be the gods that brought us where we at. You know what I'm saying? See how quick stuff, because Moses went up to the mountain. How quick stuff set in. Okay, all of a sudden, God done brought you all this way. Now, oh, I got this job here, man. I ain't got time. You know, okay, so now there's something else that done delivered you. you see how quick stuff can. Okay, so you mean tell me God done brought you all that, now you acknowledging something else?
Mm. Mm.
I mean, it's just. So anyway, so Aaron, when Moses came back down, and so he said, what all this happened? So Aaron says, they threw it in this, all this gold into the fire, and out came, you know, in other words, the result is going to be whatever you put into it, is what I'm saying. But people try to get this rationalization where, man, I don't know what happened, man, it just did. No, it's going to, whatever you fashion it, that's what it's going to be. But people got this thing where, I don't know how it happened, man, it just, you know how people say, she just got pregnant. In other words, I don't know what happened. Next thing you know, she was pregnant. Well, you laid down with this, this is the result. But you're trying to make it sound like just something magical happened. That's what people rationalize. Well, we threw this thing into the fire and out came, no, it was fashioned. That's the way you fashioned. That's the result that you got is what you put into it. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, man. Well, we get into some things, we got some rationalizations, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Yes, you do know. No, and I used to work with at Duke with some Hispanics. So I used to kid around one of the dishwashers. And I would say, no say, no say. He said, Cecil, one day she said, Cecil, yes, you do know. So all the time we get this thing, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yes, you do know. Yeah, you know. But just, getting back to this, let me go back to, let's say, Thessalonians. So, the way the Lord, like I said, has got this thing set up, if we don't keep close attention, we're going to be out there running with the rest of them. He said, eating, he said, eating and drinking with the drunken. And that's saying the same thing as like people that don't know God. That's what he's saying. You get out there and acting like the rest of the world that don't know. I was telling my uncle ran into one brother we had been trying to track down for a few years. And ran into his wife one Saturday morning. So it turned out to be a blessing. But, and the report that I heard that he wasn't doing too good. I said, you know what, it can happen to all of us. You can start out one way. I think about John the Baptist. I think the minister next door was saying about that too. John the Baptist, as powerful as God was on him. And then when he got put in prison, then the doubt started coming in. And he says, he sent some disciples to Jesus after Jesus had went on, started the ministry after John was put in prison. So he told the disciples, sent messages to Jesus asking, are you he that should come? Or do we look for another? After all that preaching that John did, and testifying that he that cometh after me is mightier than I, he was before me, all this, and then you get put in prison. So the situation where then the doubt came. So that just showed us, I don't care how powerful God can use anybody, but then it can be a situation that can take you out of it just as fast. So I say, man, it's something to think about. Because I said to myself, after all that testifying John did, all that, I'm like, so that just goes to show you, you endure whatever it is. And a lot of times some stuff can get in and offend us to the point that we stop. We know an example of that one brother just recently passed last year. And some things went down in our home church. And he wasn't, I guess they didn't recognize him as minister, so he left that. And then supposedly start his own ministry. I don't think nothing really came of that. You know what I'm talking about? So, then next thing you know, he wasn't doing anything. So then bitterness started getting in there, you know, because of whatever reason. So I'm just saying, it can happen to anybody. I'm just saying, you could be in this thing powerful, God can use you mighty and all that, then something can go down that'll seriously offend you. Next thing you know, you're out of the game. All right, so that's what I say, there's nothing really can't say is edge and stone where this is absolute. You don't know. Maybe we hope. God knows, man. It's, you know, it's rough enough. But you just don't know how, you know, a lot of times we say, man, how can that happen? You'll see some of the ministers and things happen. I said, man, some of these ministers start up legit, you know, people on fire, this and this, things happen. You on this earth, you on the face of this earth. These devils up in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, things can happen, man. So I'm not trying to point things at nobody, man, because it can happen to anybody. You know, some things, because the devil can get in there, and an offense sets in, man.
Mm-hmm.
But
I can agree.
so I'm just trying to make it. I said, man, you're holding to your faith, man. Hold on, bro. Hold on. But we, like I said, we're gonna. What was that? Okay. Back in Thessalonians, so go back to chapter 5 right quick. So he tells us what he said in verse we already read before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. What did it say?
Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day.
Mm-hmm.
We are not of the night,
Right.
nor of darkness.
So I mean, God has open understanding. We know what's going on. But at the same time, there's always that, you know, area where we got to stay clear because just as much we might be in it heavy now and then something go down, next thing you know. So he's telling us, what he said in verse 7.
For
Oh,
they,
no, what he said?
was
Yeah, verse 7.
7. For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
All right, so what he's saying, using the analogy that people that are not in this thing, you know, they're in darkness. So the darkness, I'm not talking about a physical change of day in this case, but we're talking about people that are not in the truth, they're lost, okay, but they're still in the dark. I don't care if it's daylight outside, you're still in the dark, you're still in darkness. Look what happened here. So he's talking about people that are asleep. And notice what happened. Look at 1 Corinthians 15. Watch this. That's why I say this just goes to show us. I don't even know why he moved into this area, but this is good stuff because it just goes to show you. I don't care how you can be used mightily, whatever, the best you can be used, but it's, you know, we got to endure whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go through because you know, the devil, he can plan you get in there and get offended by something, man. That stuff saying.
Change it up quick.
All right, so here he's rehearsing the matter when Christ had ordained 12. So like in verse 6 in chapter 15, 1 Corinthians, watch this. So he said, well, start at, verse 3. Well, not just start at verse 1. Start at verse 1.
Moreover, brethren, I declare unto you that the gospel that I preached unto you, which I also have received, and wherein ye stand.
All right, so what he's saying right here, all right, so there was an initial, like with everybody, coming to the Lord. You know, they had to be ministered to in some respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you got in this thing, you got it because God sent a servant your way, whatnot. You ain't just figure this thing out on your own. Right? So in this case, Paul, I got ministered to by some Marine brothers when they first started meeting. Somebody had to approach you just like we're doing now. We're going to our job or whatever. Hey man, you started the ministry. See, that could be their time of visitation. You know, people just figured there's something gonna just drop out the sky. You know, I heard somebody say one time, if God come out and tell you, you still ain't gonna listen. You still ain't gonna, because God is telling you right now, you know, He's telling you through a vessel.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't listen. We had my job now, part-time job. He was, oh, you gotta listen. Okay. So if you don't, when God sends servants out, you don't listen to that servant. You don't listen to God. That's why it's worked out.
Yep.
See, so then he said, watch this. So then he's saying, moreover, brother, I declare. So in other words, there was a preaching, initial preaching, then declaring brings much more understanding as you go along. See, so in other words, you heard the initial preaching of what we're talking about, but then as we keep going on, he said, more, brother, in other words, he make the stuff clear. And God knows we can look back over the period of years from the way God started with us. And God is bringing it. When he declared, means he explained it even more. Oh yeah, man, this is it. He said, look, if you wasn't quite established in the faith, after God done showed, you don't go through some stuff, and God declares what was preached. Oh yeah, that gives you some stability there, man. This is it.
Explain it. Yes.
Said, more brother, I declare unto you the gospel. See, this stuff got to be declared. For people that heard the preaching, but it ain't been declared to you.
It ain't been explained.
That's what the problem is. People are wrestling with this stuff, man. Feel God today, man. I'm telling you, we can get in here and start unraveling these scriptures, man. So, I'm like, a lot of times people just read. That's all you're doing, man. Hey, man, this stuff got to be declared, man. Like, okay, once it's declared, okay, that's why, when Peter went back at a certain time, the disciples said, declare, when they always say, declare unto us the parable. See, you heard the preaching, you ain't heard the declaring. I'm feeling good now. Look, it's 20 minutes to 1 this time. Woo, man. See, that's what people, you done heard the preaching, but you ain't got the declaring part. That takes time. It ain't going to happen overnight. You might have to go through some things. Mm-hmm. See, when they went to Jesus when he was here on earth, declare unto this. I don't understand what you meant. Declare. Explain this stuff. And once you explain, I got it now. I got it. Well, as many times I had read about Babylon over the years, I'm talking about even back when I was 15, I used to study back in biology class. I remember breaking the Bible out, breaking it out in class. Understand that stuff? And the Lord explained, declared what the Babylon is. What? Look, you seen that they was gonna make a movie about the North Korean leader, the guy, what's his name? Yeah. They was gonna, you remember they was gonna make him, what's the guy's name that played in Spider-Man, the guy, James Franco, the actor. Well, he was supposed to be in it, and another guy.
Oh, yeah.
So, in the movie, I don't think they ever brought it out because of what was going on. But, so in the Avatar, when they was advertising, showing the preview, he said, we want you to go over there and kill the North Korean leader. He said, what? He's like, man, I said, what? Man, broke it down, man. But I'm saying, and it's just like this with this here, man. Once God declare that stuff, like, what? It sound like James Franco, man. When he break that stuff, like, many times we've been reading this.
Yes, sir. Just broke it down and explained.
And then God explains, like, oh, goodness, man. It's like, and that's what it is. So, the declaring part is what people are missing. That's what God is blessing us to tap into it. There ain't no way in the world you're going to see this stuff.
Not face value.
Ain't no way. See? So, they, at some point, when people have been preached to all their lives, everybody says, oh yeah, I done heard that before. But have you? That's the thing, see, the Lord just broke that down just right then, man, while we talking.
Yep.
Wait a minute, okay, I see. See, declaring part is that brings the stability in the faith. When you get that part of it, So, okay, like for instance, I ain't got to read Genesis, or whenever next time I go into it, as far as when God explained the first chapter of Genesis.
Oh,
When
man.
we know what it means, I can go to it 5 years later. I know what it means.
Yep.
I don't have to say, man, you reading the Bible, that's all you're doing. When you gonna get stuff start being explained to you, and then God determines that because it depends on where you're at. You know, if you're still wrestling with sins and all this, then God got to deal with you in that area first, right? Then, you know, so far as somebody being established in the faith, that's what happened. When God explained this stuff, we obey the Lord, do what the Lord tells us. The stability comes into the point where nothing will shake you. It's like stuff is coming. I say, you can bring, right now, I feel the point, you can bring any doctrine you want to. We can sit down and talk. I ain't phased. So once God has showed you what this is. Now, then there's a thing where you got to be aware that you get a reprobate mind where you could have been in this thing. And then this stuff, like we said in Hebrew, said, lest at any time we let these things slip.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Oh, man, I know I had to understand.
It's gone away.
Man, stuff get away from you, man.
Yep.
Then it's like feel like you gotta learn it all over again. See, but that stability to a point where nothing will shake you. So whatever your doctrine is, bring it. Sit right here, we can talk about it. But we know God blessed us to tap into this stuff. And once that, because here's the example. Let's see, we'll give another example where he was talking about where Peter was always one, and some of the disciples would always say, and I think this is in 13. See, notice how the disciples look. Thank God for that. Because here in Matthew 13, Matthew 13, verse 36 is an example, case in point. And what do you say? Paul is saying the same thing, just kind of backs up, verse 36.
Then Jesus sent the multitude away and went into the house. Excuse me. Excuse me. 36. Went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us
See, there it is.
the parable of the tares of the field.
See, and that's where the stability comes in. Once you get to declare, God started explaining this stuff. Then say, I got it now. Then you got to hold to it. So it's like, it's a fight the whole way. You can be at the point where you don't have the understanding, and at the parable that he gave, the
wheat and tares.
Yeah, that one, and then when you go back to Matthew 4, notice, back to 4. It is 13. Go back to 13. Go back up there when it says, here's where some people get knocked out of the box right here, because it says 13 and verse 19 is where people don't get any stability because they're really at the stage where they don't have the declaration part of it. They don't have, they've heard, but they don't have no understanding enough to stabilize them, not to be shaken. So, verse 19 is an example where the enemy can come in there and knock you out because you still don't have the understanding of the thing. What do you say?
When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not.
See, don't have the declaration of the thing. You got the preaching, but you ain't got the declaration. Then what happened?
Then cometh the wicked one,
Right.
and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
Do that. So this is where some people are at. They receive seed by the wayside because they're at the point where you heard, but the understanding is not there.
You're the
So
preacher,
it's
brother.
like, yeah, you don't have no stability because you still don't quite, you might agree. It's like, you're still at the stage, still, you're wrestling with it or whatever. So that's where the work comes in at. So then at that stage, the enemy can get you because this stuff is not taking root to the point where you understand what it is. We understand God. And if you turn away now, God,
It's
we
not
turn
to-
away from after God done illuminated with this stuff.
It's best not to know than to
That's
know.
not no. There's 7 devils waiting.
Worse.
Yeah, worse off than he's doing stuff before you was saved. Look, some of these demons, look, Lord showed me one time, I had a dream about a pack of dogs, Rottweilers. And Lord said, this was waiting on you. Say, no, there's some devils that can get on that you can't shake that you weren't even doing before you were saved.
Goodness, God Almighty.
Man.
That's scary.
So I said, that's enough to
Stay on the straight and
go
narrow.
on over here. But yeah, you get to think about it. Sometimes God will show you, give you some warnings. Like, hey, man, this was waiting on you. I seen one time God showed me a dream. A bunch of men, one of them was smoking, one of them was doing this and doing that. And God said, that's what's waiting on you. You don't obey the Lord, that's what's waiting. Because there ain't no such thing as you're going to be idle. You're okay, well, I was in the Lord one time, they ain't doing no. The devil ain't going to have you idle. You're going to be into something. If not more than one thing. So it's like, there's no room for error. Like, man, I don't care. Look, I don't feel like it. Nobody feels like doing anything. Obey the Lord. Whew.
Lord help me.
At the same time, God said he's going to cut me off. I didn't see that. God will speak. It's to get our attention. And look, God cut you off. There's nothing waiting but a pack of dogs.
Death.
Nothing waiting. I know a guy right now, a guy's got a crack demon on him that he can't shake. He was in the Lord one time. Can't shake it. You know what I'm saying? There's one thing to get something on you, God, get it off you. About like Samson. After his power was gone, what happened? Eventually they put his eyes out. But when eventually he revealed the secret where his power was, when he lost the power, and then stuff would get on you, then they bound him, and you can't shake it. Even if you want to. It's like, man, I can't stop doing this. I don't want to get in that position. So, but that's what happens, So go back to Corinthians. I'm gonna wrap this up.
Okay,
1 Corinthians 15, so
verse 2.
So then what he say? So he's saying here,
Declare unto the
declare, he
gospel.
said, moreover, brethren, I declare unto you the gospel. So then what he say in verse 2?
By which also ye are saved,
If what?
if ye keep in memory.
Look at this. You see how
What
this
I preach
stuff,
to you.
it can get away from
Mm-hmm.
It can get away from
Unless ye have believed in vain.
right? Then what is it?
For I delivered unto you first of all that which is also that I also received, how that Christ died for our sins according to the scriptures, that he was buried, and that he rose again on the third day according to the scriptures, and that he was seen of Cephas, then of the 12.
Right? And now this the verse 6 is the one I was looking focusing on. What is it?
After that, he was sent up above 500 brethren at once, of whom the greater part remain until this present.
Like what?
But some are fallen asleep.
You see that? And that's not talking about you physically die like in some cases. But that's saying you could be in this thing and then go back.
Back to sin.
You can go back to sin. So it just shows, that's why I say ain't nobody got no monopoly on this thing. Because anything can happen, the enemy, whatever, man. We're trying to stay in this thing. I've seen times I could have got offended several times on a situation. The Lord had to deal with me about it. And God said you still got to walk in love. So God said that you gotta forgive, stuff like that. It's not the easiest thing. A lot of times, it's not the easiest thing to do. Somebody offend you, man. Hold up, man. I'm saying. So it's like, people think this is a cakewalk. I mean, it's stuff that we could be struggling with. It may not be, everybody's struggles are not the same, but I'm just saying, some people may not have a problem with in areas that others do. So it's just showing us, man, anything can get you to where, what do you call it? He said, when you run the race, everybody runs, but one receives the prize. Anything can knock us off that path from running that race, man. It's like, it just, I wish it was easy to say it's that easy, but it's not. I've seen times, man, if it wasn't for the Lord, I knew I'd been gone, but some of these jokers around here, boy. Man, but that's just goes to show us, So the people that were, he said it was seen, meaning your understanding come open. Your understanding come open. You've seen the Lord. Because it says, one scripture says, I think it's in John 4, he says, watch this. See, here's the thing, when people miss the point. So people are thinking because, what we always say, many people didn't get delivered in Jesus' time because there's certain criteria that had to be met. If they didn't have no faith, there was no power coming from heaven to deal with that situation. So people think because Peter and the 12 physically saw the Lord, that's not what he's talking about. Not what he's talking about, because when he asked the disciples, he says, who do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? Peter was the only one that said, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. He said, flesh and blood. Yeah, so it wasn't the fact that they physically saw him. You didn't know who the Lord. This thing is spiritual. So when we've seen the Lord, it's not talking about somebody physically saw the Lord. It's talking about when our understanding is illuminated, we're quickened, that we've seen the Lord. Let me get this last one here in John. It's because John 4, he says, yeah, it is right here. John 6 and verse 46. We'll stop right there on that. Notice what the Lord said. See, people just thinking.
Ready? Not that any man have seen the Father, save he which is of God. He have seen the Father.
See, that's what he's saying. Ain't nobody seen God. When your understanding come open, you're in God. You have seen the Father. That's invisible. Look at this. Hold up. Get the Hebrews right quick. This kind of goes with this. Watch this. It's talking about the three, with Moses, Nadab, and Elihu. All of them went up to the mount, and they say they saw the God of Israel. All right, so Hebrews 11 picks up on it with the faith chapter, everybody say. And it says, this is a good one right here. Yeah, there it is. Let's go back down to Hebrews 11, verse 24. Watch this.
By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. Keep reading.
All right, yeah.
choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a reason.
So yeah, that's a choice got to be made. Don't necessarily mean you feel like. So that's what people are not made come to that decision. It's like, okay, you mean to tell me you rather stay out here acting crazy?
Hmm.
Well, it's going to be a suffering, affliction. So then, what do you say, 26 and 27?
Esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures of Egypt, in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward.
Which is just talking about, just like the Lord said, great is your reward in heaven. And we say we ain't got no respect until the repayment, that we know that, and when this is all set up, is eternal life. See, we have respect until the recompense. We ain't got no respect if we still out there, still want thinking something out there for us. We ain't got no respect until the recompense of the reward.
Mm.
We know there's a serious payment on the other side of this. We know it. All right, so then watch this, 27.
By faith he forsook Egypt, not forbearing the wrath of the king,
Right.
for he endured, as seeing him who is invisible.
See that? And then what Jesus said, save he which is of God, he has seen the Father. See, we got to see God. I understand that come over.
Wow.
See, how you going to see somebody that's invisible? You got to be in God. So if he say, when he was seen of Peter, when it said in 1 Corinthians, was seen of Cephas, it's not talking about he physically saw. He's talking about his understanding have come open. That's what it's saying. All right, that's all I got, bro.
That's all right, man. Praise the Lord.